Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim's road to return to Parliament began today. This as Port Dickson's parliamentary seat was vacated to pave way for a by-election where he will contest. Incumbent MP Daniel Balagopar Abdullah announced his intention to vacate the seat with immediate effect in a press conference today. This move paves the way for Anwar to eventually become the country's 8th Prime Minister. Anwar, who is currently in Hong Kong, had already informed PM Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad of his decision. PKR Sekjen Dato' Saifuddin Nasution Ismail says that Anwar would not hold any government post if he wins and that his focus will be on parliamentary reform. PKR Wanita Chief Zuraida Kamaruddin, however, has urged Anwar to explain whether there was party leadership consensus on the engineering of the Port Dickson by-election. In a statement, she said that the action of some PKR leaders is seen as shallow because they did not use the proper channels. She explained that all decisions should be done in an open, transparent manner, otherwise it would cause confusion and PKR could be perceived as being open to manipulation. It has been a long road back for Anwar, who had been incarcerated on sodomy and corruption charges until he was given a royal pardon in the wake of GE14. Semicon manufacturer Unisem has received a pre-conditional voluntary takeover offer of RM3.30 per share. The offer is being made by Chairman and Group MD John Chia Sin Tet, along with China's Tianshui Huatian Technology Co. TSHT. According to the board's filing, based on the number of offer shares, the total outlay for the offer would be RM1.82 billion. The offer price represents an 11.11% premium to the stock's pre-suspension price of RM2.97. Trading will resume tomorrow. The parties had entered into a collaboration agreement today to form a strategic partnership. Unisem said that the partnership would allow THST to further strengthen its global presence by leveraging on Unisem's network of customers. Unisem said this pre-conditional offer announcement does not amount to a firm intention to make the offer by the joint offerers. The offerers also intend to maintain the company's listing status. The parties agreed that the current management team will remain unchanged, with 3 additional directors to be nominated by TSHT. Should the offer go through, TSHT will take up 60% of Unisem shares through its unit Huatian Technology Malaysia and another 15.72% shares through Huatian Electronics Group Hong Kong. Sapura Energy is selling 50% of its stake in Sephora Upstream to OMB AG, signalling that it is choosing to trim its debts through a stake sale rather than IPO. According to filings, it had entered into a heads-off agreement with OMB AG based on an enterprise value of $1.6 billion. President and Chief Tan Sri Shahil Shamsuddin says it has explored all options, including the potential listing of its upstream business. He adds that the invitation to enter into this partnership with an ONG player serves its goals better while providing certainty in timing and valuation. It had earlier planned to list Sakura Upstream with a valuation of reportedly between RM5 billion and RM7 billion. OMB AG is one of Austria's largest listed industrial companies with group sales of €20 billion. It has a strong base in Romania and Austria, as well as a presence in the North Sea, the Middle East and Africa, and Russia. This deal comes after the Sapura's announcement of a rights issue to help pare its total debts of more than RM15 billion. Sapura's shares took the news positively, closing 5.97% up at 35.5 cents by day's end. Iris Corp is refocusing its business on the home front, where it sees more potential for growth. President and Group MD Dato' Paul Yang Hong says that when they took over the company last year, Iris lost all its contracts in Malaysia. He adds that Malaysia is a big market and previously Iris had the biggest market share, which has since shrunk. Currently, the bulk of its contracts are located overseas. At the moment, its order book stands at RM2 billion for the trusted ID business. In July last year, Paul and Dato' Rosabil Abdul Rahman had emerged as substantial shareholders in Iris via their private vehicle Caprice Development with an almost 10% stake. Paul says that they entered into the company as long-term investors and see the potential. He adds that Iris would be focusing on its core business, namely trusted identification solutions. Over the past 2 years, the company has been divesting its non-core assets, such as its loss-making education division. The company returned to the black in first quarter FY19 after 3 consecutive quarters of losses. Opcom Holdings is looking to take part in Tenaga Nasional's new venture into telecommunications high-speed broadband as part of the government's National Connectivity Plan (NCP). CEO and Chairman Tan Sri Mokhzani Mahathir, who is also the son of PM Tun Mahathir Mohamad, points out that Opcom is an established fibre optic manufacturer. As such, he says that Opcom is keen to follow up on TNB's plan and how it could possibly play a role. Last week, TNB said it would start a pilot project in Jasin, Malacca to explore the potential of utilising its assets as part of the NCP. The NCP is seen as an important catalyst towards the digital economy. As for outlook, Mokhzani is positive about the opportunities for the company, but warns that the telco industry is facing a very challenging time. He adds that technology is always changing for the better, which means faster access but lower price expectations. As such, he says it will work as hard to ensure better efficiency and increase the kind of products that it puts out in the market.